We were gonna start this video, and then all of a sudden your breath stunk.
It was bad, dude.
So we had to restart it because it was that bad. But anyway.
But
Storytime. Oh, we have to get it for you. Anything goes if it's as of now from a couple of coffee men.
You know, you could give a dog cavities by, like, say, like if you're eating and you take food out and you give it to them, you pass the bacteria onto them that can give them cavities. Ditto with people.
do it all the time.
Don't. I will murder you.
That's it, dog.
Don't, guy. The doggies.
Well, I didn't know that.
Well, I'm telling you now, so you know. Anyway, I wonder if you could give something to somebody if you fucking fart on their leg like you did. Boom. So we mentioned in a video that may or may not have come out that you mad farted on somebody's leg, and I was like, are you ever going to disclose the Fart Leg Chronicles? And I don't know if you are.
There's not much to the Chronicles, but there is a little bit of backstory.
Okay.
It's also kind of a risky thing to say because it might be seen by that person.
Man, you're not going to say anything fucked up, are you? Other than you farted on their leg.
Well, might get there. But anyway, I was with someone.
Okay.
You know, in a room.
You were,
what you would call a sexy rendezvous.
Yeah, the rendezvous were something.
Chronicles.
Note.
Yeah.
What is this, man? I can't get anybody in frame. There we go.
Anyway, there was a situation where things were happening, things that Al will never experience.
God damn, boy.
I mean, am I wrong?
I will say that Al's roots to romance
are bad.
Are pretty bad so far. He's not laying a good foundation. But
bad
anyway,
foundation.
You were laying pipe.
I was laying
versus not.
I was aiming to lay pipe.
And
that was the whole thing, by the way.
It was a multiple tiered attack too, like not attack, but you know, like a plan. You were like, I'm gonna get pipe somewhere, and then you were like, I guess this is a thing right here. Like, in other words,
what do you mean?
Again, granted, this is from my point of view because you're not very communicative about your private life, your pipe laying life.
Yeah.
You know, I just gotta kind of filter things through my lens, and from my point of view,
your pipe lens,
it was you talking to multiple people, seeing what would work out, and then one route worked out. And you were like, I'm going to pursue that route.
Well, no, I was talking to multiple people, yes. But it became increasingly obvious that one person was just a friendly thing.
Right.
So, of course, I'm not going to freaking wait forever.
Right.
I'm getting old. In my old age, I can't see well. Got new glasses, can't see shit. But so I was like, yeah, I'm going to freaking talk to someone else, right? I happened to get reached out by someone, which is rare when you're this grotesque in nature.
Yeah.
And this person happened to be like, yo, I'm freaking going there like tomorrow, man. You know,
to your neck of the woods.
Yeah, and I was like, God damn, boy, that was quick.
That is quick. I'll say that.
Yeah, instant, like, I want to say red flag, but red flag adjacent. I guess like orange flag. Wait, orange is higher than red, isn't it?
No, red is ultimate.
What was up with the whole orange status being like a big thing back in the freaking Bush days?
Well, there was different strata of color. Red, I gotta assume, unless I'm horribly mistaken, was always the worst.
All right. Well, then I was an orange. It was an orange flag.
Bordering on red.
Let me justify my move of just going along with it. First of all, I'm a spineless jerk. Second,
check.
I was kind of channeling Al there. But second, she just happened to be moving somewhere, and the stop was along the way. Yeah. So I was like, all right, that's not that weird.
So how many days were you talking? Or
it was like a week, maybe.
A week of talking, then she's like, I'm gonna hang. But was it like I'm gonna hang out, or was it like I'm gonna lay pipe, or I'm gonna get pipe laid in?
Well, there was pipe.
Innuendo.
Okay. Yeah. Let's just say I love yous were dropped, and I was like, damn, homie, just met you.
Man, that's mad fast, guy.
Yeah. Says the guy that
the last relationship literally started going out with a chick, like officially. We were talking before for like about a month. But the moment we were like, let's
well,
talk.
You got a month at least.
Yeah, at least a month. Let's talk. And then within the week, she was here. She like moved in.
Pipe.
You know what I'm saying?
Pipe was being laid.
But at least I got a month. Yeah, I mean I was being gentlemanly, but she was like, "Let's get some pipe in here," and I was like, "I mean, come on, guy. What am I gonna not lay pipe?"
Yeah.
But anyway,
I guess that was part of the thought process that went into the eventual pipe laying. Was like, I'm not really into this, but what am I gonna do? Not lay pipe?
yeah, I mean if she's saying,
Let's lay pipe.
if she's laying mad hints, which according to what you told me previously, which is very little, you were like, "Yo, this chick, I think she wants the pee."
pipe, yeah.
And then I was like, "Okay, well, I guess then what are you gonna do?" And you're like, "I'm gonna go see what's up."
What am I not gonna do?
What else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So I mean, she was hinting. I guess she kind of thought you were cool because dropping an "I love you" is kind of big.
Yeah.
Like, I like you, you're pretty cool. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, some people move fast, whatever. Anyway, laying pipe.
Lamp.
Go. I don't know how that's a leave off.
Well, it eventually we had like a day out where we like did stuff. It wasn't just straight to the pipe laying.
Fun rating?
Fun rating. The first day it wasn't too fun because we just ate at Denny's and it was kind of disappointing. And it was
The food or the experience?
the food / experience. No, mostly the food.
But also the experience.
Yeah, it wasn't very good, and it was really expensive, and I paid, so I was like, "Oh, this sucked."
It would have been better if she paid.
Yeah, because I want to pay. Mind you, I offered to pay because
Yeah.
I'm not a freaking Al.
It's the bare minimum you can do.
I feel like Al would expect the chick to pay.
No, I think he would pay, but then he'd be like, not mad necessarily, but subconsciously he would be like, "I didn't get anything out of that."
Yeah. That's what it is. So
Anyway,
anyway, we ended up going back to the room to the room afterwards. Place sucked. Like, it was freaking derelict. We think that there was like some kind of a flooding situation because there was like water damage everywhere.
Right.
But whatever, it's just to sleep basically, or to lay pipe.
Lay pipe.
And
I'm just gonna say this: even if there was no pipe innuendo, which
Yeah.
according to you there was,
mad pipe in here.
mad pipe innuendo.
Too much pipe in here.
Once you get a room, that's like a weird like
there's expectation almost.
Not even. I wouldn't even say that. I mean, I guess yeah, a lot of people would expect something, but that's like a big say. Like, we're sharing a room. Like, even if there was zero pipe innuendo, that in itself is kind of like, I think there might be some pipe innuendo coming.
Well, it was mainly because like our home doesn't have another space, like an empty room for her to stay. Also, probably wouldn't have wanted that because mom would have been like, "What the shit is going on?" So it was just kind
I
of
think
like
you fucking skirted a fucking disaster because anybody that sees your room would be like, "Oh God, it's disgusting."
you stink.
Your room stinks.
It does currently smell like urine.
Yeah, it's bad.
Anyway,
y'all got a fucking
we got a
hotel
stinking room, and then like she was like, "Yo, we want to freaking
fart on my leg.
cuddle or whatever." I was like, I guess.
Yeah, see, you cuddle
I was like, all right, sure. Of course, that led to stuff.
to pipe
And my little weenie came out eventually, right?
just by itself. Hello, fellas.
Wait, was this the first day or was this the second? This is important, by the way. This was the second day. Okay, so the first day, successful pipe was laid.
Okay. Oh wait, how did that come about? Cuddle
It just,
still?
yeah, it just kind of like led to it,
Yeah.
organically.
How it happens?
Now, here's the thing. The first day, I was like, I guess I was nervous. I don't know. I also had a weenie infection the previous week.
Classic.
And I thought it had gone away, but maybe it hadn't. I don't know. Anyway, I think I was just nervous because my weenie was like, I didn't feel shit, guy. Pipe rating, 0. It was bad, dude.
Well, look. Let's say the weenie infection wasn't even a factor,
I don't think it was.
or there wasn't you're gonna bring this up. I'm assuming, but your meds affect your libido.
Yeah, big time.
Badly. Let's say those things weren't a factor. Even then, the first time you're with someone intimately, no matter. I mean, I guess if you're fucking, I don't know, gosh darn, Henry Cavill, you're probably not having any trouble because you're like, I'm Henry Cavill, guy. I look good. But anybody else that looks like dog shit like us, they're
They're
nerves,
like,
nerves.
Weenie comes out. It's not good.
So I'm gonna assume even if your meds didn't affect you and you didn't have the effect, and you still would have been like, oh man, this sucks. Because speaking from my experience, every first time with any new partner or just person that laid pipe with, it was always fucking hella like not necessarily awkward, but just like fucking. It was rough, guy. It was nerve wracking. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes it affected the old wiener. Like, damn, I can't get this boy up anymore.
I guess that's what it was, because there was definitely effort from her.
Right.
The hole was whacking the weenie like a freak. This chick did the dreaded thing for a man with four.
No. I think I know what
I'm super.
She started from the top and went down.
Super uncut, of course, because we're not Jewish.
Well,
that's just a thing now. Huh?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking normal.
Yeah.
We're if anything, we're abnormal.
We should say because we're Mexican. Anyway, she grabbed that boy and went whoosh.
Oh no!
And the bad thing,
it ripped your skin. Didn't it?
Let me finish.
Okay.
Yes, but the bad thing is, since I wasn't feeling anything because of, I guess, nerves, I didn't realize it.
That there was rippage.
That I don't know if there was flesh rippage, but she did
hurt
that.
anyway.
Yeah, that she did that.
Or would have.
Didn't hurt, and she was freaking eviscerating my penis basically. And then anyway, eventually she like freaking did this weird spider pose. And there was basically like pipage going on, right?
From her?
Yeah, she
just scurried on top of you.
Well, no, she did like this reverse cow thing. It was weird.
Well, you could say she's agile.
She was really agile. She was a bigger girl, but that hole was like Spider-Man, dude.
She's
anyway,
got skills.
She was doing like this freaking thing, right? And I was feeling nothing. But of course, at this point, I'm like, my weenie's getting ridden. I gotta pretend. I can't just be like, oh, this sucks. I was like, oh.
You're trying to be gentleman.
Yeah. Anyway, she got tired and
Bobby,
and went back to ripping my freaking four off. Anyway, eventually, despite the inability to feel anything, you could see in her face like, damn, this bitch lasting long. And I was like, yeah, it was like a straight hour, guy.
You were like,
it was possibly.
It's not my stamina, girl.
It was possibly the least pleasurable hour I've had.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Look, this is one example. I've told you this one, so that's why I'll bring it up. But situation, first time with a chick.
Mm-hmm.
My pipe ain't working. It's not leaden, let me tell you that. You know, it's like a pool noodle, really. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? So I'm the one. Dudes usually have to take the lead.
Yeah.
You know, when the pipe has to come into play.
Yeah.
So this chick, she's like, let's do it, right? And I'm like, okay, couch situation. Already I'm in a bad place. It's my place. Couch is whack as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm on my knees, I'm not level with where she's at, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then if I get off my knees, I'm not going to hold a squat for 10 million years.
Oh, this comes up later. Trust me.
Also, if I squat, that just hides my tiny penis even more. So
yep.
It's bad,
Yeah.
So I just kind of like, I'm winging it, really.
Yeah,
so I'm like, I'm definitely not wanging it, but I'm winging. And I'm like, I'm just going to do some mouth business.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully we can take this to the bed, right? And try to do a segue to the bed situation. Yeah. But she was kind of like inexperienced too, so I was like, oh man, this is not flowing well.
Mm-hmm.
But we did like each other, so you want it to work. Mm-hmm. So you just kind of linger, man.
Yeah.
And then at that point, I'm just bullshitting. I've already eaten gross ass snacks for like 10,000 years. What the fuck else am I gonna do? And she's not taking the hint to go to the bed area, which would be a lot more suitable. But so I'm like, man, I'm not gonna be able to angle my cock in at this height of this couch. The disparity is too large between my penis size and the angle. It's just not gonna work, So I'm like, oh yeah, and then she's like, here, I think she thought this guy's lingering because he doesn't have protection. So she gives me a condom, and I'm gonna tell you right now that boy, it wasn't gonna be a working situation. You know what I'm saying? the condom was gonna slip off.
they don't make them so small.
They don't. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, shit. And I straight up told her, like, look, I don't use condoms. And it's not a fucking hill I'm dying on. It's just literally just the way it has to work.
So, it's like putting a size 12 ring on a
on
a pinky finger.
Like, if I had the one ring on my cock, there would be no problems. The ring rates would never detect that I'm fucking wearing it. You know, so
Sauron would be like, keep that shit, boys.
hey, that's a good way to end Sauron's reign right there, guy. No. You keep that fucking shit.
Throw it into Mount Doom to clean it, baby.
my Mount Fu. Anyway.
You got stink.
That tiny penis was in play is what I'm getting at, right? So I was like, you know, like I just laid it out, like not pipe, but I laid it out and I was like, look, I'm kind of fucking like nervous, you know, it's not working out. And she thankfully was like, yo, me too, guy. It's just, you know, this is, do a little, whatever happens. Doesn't have to be that. I'm like, cool. That's cool. But then I was like, determined to finish something. And that ended up being my tiny wang, guy. I beat that shit off. Creamed all over her leg.
Listen and fart.
I was like, that's it. That's what happened. Old girl had to go in the restroom and wipe off her leg.
Oh, cool. That's a nice treat you gave her. So basically, you know, like she got off and freaking beat me off to completion, I guess. Dude, I don't understand how I completed because I wasn't feeling shit, guy. Just goes to show that you could just do that and eventually it freaking happens. Anyway, I was like, oh, that was cool, right?
High fived her.
And then, you know, went to sleep, right? And like halfway through the night, searing pain on my penis. I was like, what the shit? Was that the infection came back maybe?
Right.
But no, because when I had the infection, it was like an itch when I had the infection. This was like pain, guy. Turns out she ripped my freaking penis skin off. You know, like the little...
The connecting
tissue. The little tissue thing. So anyway, that happened.
The perineum?
I don't freaking know.
Whatever the fuck that's called.
I think it's called the L. The next day, we went to the zoo and that was fun. Saw little prairie dogs doing their thing.
Ripped the zebra's fucking
foreskin off. And then, you know, night came again. Oh, first I gotta go back to the previous night. The previous night, I went to take a piss at like late at night.
Mm-hmm.
And I was holding in a fart all day, right? Because I'm not gonna fart in front of freaking someone. So I went into the restroom and I laid that goose. And I was like, alright, that was pretty loud, but you know, the freaking the door is gonna stop the sound, right? In the morning I was like, man, I woke up at night to pee a couple times and she's like, yep, I heard it. And I was like, oh no.
I shit at the acoustics of the Sistine Chapel.
Later she went into the restroom and I heard they had one of those really soft flush things.
Yeah.
I could hear it, dude. So she definitely heard my ass clap. Anyway, my ass was clapping. My dick was snapping. And the next day, you know, she was like, yo, let's freaking do this with the lights. Because the first day we didn't have the lights on. I think that helped with the nerves.
That helped and it was a bad fucking experience?
Yes, because this next day, oh man, it was bad, dude. The ween was just not cooperating.
Just because of the nervousness? Can you verify the reason this go wrong?
I guess it was nervousness. Maybe I just wasn't into it. Maybe because my penis was hurting. I don't really know. But it was one of those situations where you like start off, you know, like doing like nothing. And then it's expected of you to take the lead. Right?
Right.
So I took the lead, right? Which meant me getting up, her getting into the splay position, which wasn't cool. And me, you know, like on top, right?
Did you pull out a spider move again?
I did pull it. No, dude. let's just say I took my weenie, my pants off, my weenie off. She had already done that. And I was like trying to freaking insert, right? But I got micro dick. And we're both like fat.
Yeah.
Which is not a good combo.
It's a bad combo.
One of the person has to be thin for it to work, the micro dick situation.
This has always been like a thing that, you know, in relationships is like, I can't go out with a fat chick, not because I don't care about fat chicks. Plenty of, like, you know, there's plenty of hottie fat chicks too. Not that hot has to be a requirement, but I'm just saying, like, I can't physically go out. It's not going to end anywhere good in terms of intimacy.
Yeah, penis is not a thing.
So here you are, it's a double dragon fucking combo situation.
Yeah, and
two fat individuals.
And my weenie's not cooperating. Like, it got a little hard, and then it just went floppy as hell.
Yeah, that's a triple whammy right there.
So, here's another one.
Oh, God.
I had socks on. Let's just say you can't get traction with socks. Because I was trying to, like, get into position. I was slipping and sliding like freaking Little Richard, guy. I was like, what the shit? So I had to rip off my sock. Like she had ripped off my cock. And then I freaking, like, yeah, it just wasn't working out, that pose. And I was like, yo, this stinks. You gotta freaking, you know, do something else. So she's like, all right, let's do this little dog style. And I was like, this is not gonna work out.
I gotta say, first of all, the pose you were first describing is basically missionary,
basically,
right?
is.
If that's not working out...
Dog is not going to work out.
Dog's not going to work at all.
Super not going to work out.
Because now you got a fucking ass in the work, you know?
So, this is where the thing happened. She got up and bent, and I was like, That's cruel. I didn't mean that. Comedic effect, it was done for. But also,
I gotta say, well, maybe to support that, look, there's like, if you're not 100% in the zone with sex,
yeah, it's weird.
It can be extremely fucking weird. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you were involuntarily taken, but I'm just saying that, you know, your fucking weenie got ripped off.
Yeah,
it's not working. There's too much. The logistics are off the fucking charts.
I was super not into it to begin with because I thought it was weird, like so quickly.
Yeah.
And then, of course, my penis got destroyed.
To be clear, you're not insinuating that, you know, she wronged you.
No. It was just like...
it is weird.
I went along with it, so it's my fault.
Yeah.
You know. But at the same time, I think that it was mostly like I was kind of felt pressured in the moment, so I was kind of like, I have to, right? Because I don't know. It feels weird to be like, nah, I don't want to. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's rough.
Yeah, like it feels like it would be cruel to do that. I felt in the moment. So I guess it was kind of... Anyway, that doesn't matter. Freaking, she was in dog pose. And I like, try to get into position, right? But I had to climb the bed. Of course, I'd have to freaking swing my naked ass and body across her freaking legs to do it. And as I was holding in a fart all day, alright? As I did that, straight up ripped ass on her leg. I ripped mad ass. And it was like, I don't think it was loud. But there was also like a slight pause.
Oh, yeah. It definitely was noticed.
And I was just like, oh, man. So I did like the...
Oh, no.
I was already coughing, guy. So I ripped ass on her leg. And then, of course, the dog pose didn't work. And then she was like, all right, let's do like yesterday, right? I wasn't getting up, dude. That penis was dead.
Her reaction?
She was just like, that's all right. You're just jealous. Or you're just jealous. You're just nervous. I was like...
Just jealous of what? Spider crawling?
I guess. So, she freaking... I would give her that. She beat that boy into oblivion until it came... And then that time, she brought in like this dild situation. So I did her thing, you know. Freaking,
you reciprocated?
Yeah, reciprocated. But I was like, man. Let's just say afterwards, I was like, I don't think I want to bang again. That shit sucked balls. She was like, I mean, maybe she was just being nice, but she was like, oh yeah, your weenie's big. I was like, it's not. That's just micro, dude.
Yeah, man, you gotta... Unfortunately, I have laid witness upon your dong. And she was lying. Or she has the tiniest vagina in the world.
That boy freaking almost sliced me off, dude.
What, the vat?
Yeah. So
maybe
it was, yeah, maybe
I
it
mean,
was
different chicks, different
different,
depths,
yeah.
different, you know.
I knew a chick.
levels.
I knew a chick that was like, I don't like big ass dicks because my badge is
Yeah,
done.
it's fucking.
Shit hurts.
If it hurts, it hurts. You know.
Anyway,
I'm definitely not hurting anyone. I'll tell
definitely
you that
not
right
gay penis. Also, like you saw my penis at its peak. Like I was less fat, and I was laying, so it looked bigger. Regular.
now. I hope that was at its peak because there's no other reason you would have taken pictures of it. But which, by the way, just to clarify, I didn't. I didn't go look for pictures of your fucking wang. The computer we were using to record, it was used to be your personal one, and I was like taking off stuff, you know, to give it to you in a thumbstick that you might want on your own computer.
Mm-hmm. Definitely need those dick pics.
And this came across a fucking dong pic.
That's the only good ones I've got.
Dang it! Why? My eyes, man.
Anyway, she ended up showing up later, and it was a weird situation that didn't go well.
So the first situation, it was awkward because the intimacy was just awkward.
Yeah, the rest was fine.
And just to clarify, I mean, I think it's pretty safe to say this. It was mostly awkward because you're just not experienced.
Yeah, with women.
With women in the end, just
Usually
with men.
Man, yeah.
But you know, I don't know what her experience is, so probably more than you.
Definitely
more than you because you know, chicks just have it way easier in terms of
laying pipe
or reverse pipe, I guess.
unpipe.
But but yeah, so it was awkward and shit.
But that was the only awkward thing that time.
And then there was a second time she came down, and that was even more awkward. You're saying?
Very awkward. So
okay. Take it away, Johnny.
there was already kind of like, I don't really want to give up too much info.
Yeah,
but there was kind of like a heavy situation with her going on.
Like a personal.
Yeah, so she came over here basically to unwind, right?
Right. On some pipe.
On some pipe. I got the impression that she wanted a pipe lay.
Yeah.
So
I got the impression, and I wasn't even privy to any of the information.
And let's just say, after the first time, that shit wasn't gonna happen. For several
reasoning.
reasons. It wasn't enjoyable. I wasn't into it.
Right.
And it was just kind of like, I don't know, it was weird. Since then, it was kind of weird.
Right.
So I was like, eh. And I just wasn't feeling it, you know, like.
Was it the implications of it? Like, let's say I was in the situation, like you, like if everything happened as it happened to you, I would be like, this is weird. Is more expected of me?
Yes.
Is this just a pipe laying situation?
No, I think that there was too much expected. And it was very clear. She was making it like super obvious. Like there was talk about her moving here, and I was like, "Yo, what the hell, boy?" Mind you, given her situation, it would have been like a while, but still, it was kind of brought up too quick, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
and then there was like talk about kids, and I was like, "Nah, homie."
You'd be the worst parent ever.
Yeah, I would.
I was gonna say that.
Throw that boy in the trash can. Anyway. There was just like too much going on, and I was like, "This is weird, like too quick." And then like again, not to give too much info, but she was very clearly still kind of like bothered by something that happened with her ex.
Were you a rebound fuck?
No, because this was years.
I mean, it still counts.
But I think it kind of was because she was. Man,
look, I don't want to psychoanalyze. I don't know the person. I literally met her briefly, and by met, I saw her, shook her hand. That's it.
Yeah.
But maybe, just possibly, some people just need companionship. In their life.
I think that's what it was.
And maybe that companionship.
It kind of like
was important to her. And she's just trying to replicate a form.
This might not be the case, but I kind of got the feeling that she was more like into the idea of being with someone than being with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was just kind of like the closest thing that was there.
Yeah.
And I was like, eh. And then like, we didn't have a lot in common to talk about, so it was kind of like a lot of silence, you know? It was weird. Anyway.
Like really, it could have like, if you play your cards right, like I'm saying, like from her point of view, could have worked. You just can't rush certain things.
Yeah.
You gotta see if it works out, and then if it works out, then yeah, you can move on. But that was, admittedly, a lot of that stuff is like, God damn, boy.
Yeah.
That's fast.
Too fast. Too fast because I was just like early on, we were just like, oh, this is just a friendly situation. Then I got my penis ripped off, and I was like, I guess it's something else now. So the first day she came back, we went to eat at Blake's Slaughterburger. So I kind of like let myself loose a little. I feel like I could have played it better.
Looser your foreskin?
Yeah, my foreskin was still... Oh, by the way, I gotta fill that in. That entire month, penis hurt like crazy, guy.
Yeah, I remember you
I
telling
was
me
like,
that.
God damn, this peen.
The month in between, you mean?
Yes. So anyway, I was kind of like, when she was there, and I was kind of like, yo, this shit's weird, boy.
That's what you say?
No. I said it like...
Tactfully?
I basically kind of like... I was kind of like, I think we're going too fast, you know, like...
Which is true.
Chill out a little bit, you know. You know, like we don't really know each other. It'd be better to get to know each other type of thing, you know what I mean? And then I was kind of like, you know, I'm kind of weird around people, so it's all kind of new and weird, right? But I think she got what I was kind of like saying. So the next day, mad weird, mad awkward. I was getting mad dogged the entire day. No conversations were had. I was trying to get some conversation going. Nothing happened, which is weird because the night before, there was like a moment in like towards the night where we just started talking about like stuff that's been going on like in her life. That's why I knew kind of like what was going on, and basically confirmed all the rebound. But anyway, so it was kind of, we had a like nice discussion that night. But then the next day, she mad dogged me all day, guy. And I was just like, dude, just take me home at this point. What's the point of me being here? It was super weird, so she dropped me off. Okay.
Well, see, I mean, look, again, I don't know her from fucking Adam, but that alone says a lot. Like, if she actually was like, I love you and meant it, which, I mean, come on, it's not weak.
Yeah.
But let's say there was some form of feeling that could approximate that.
Mm-hmm.
Then hearing that wouldn't have been like, all right, then I'm just going to go silent. I can understand her being upset. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But nobody likes to hear that it's like, yo, this ain't gonna be it, probably. Yeah. Nobody likes to hear that, but
I never said that, to be honest. Well, yeah, to be clear, I was just like, yo, we gotta freaking chill a little bit right now because it's kind of overwhelming. Basically, was the gist of it.
Yeah, which is fucking fair. Yeah. Given the quickness of it.
And then I think that the reasoning was that she was like ramping up to be like, yo, we have chill. I'm down with chilling out for now. Because on the way here, she was just like, yo, it was not going to work out for now. And it was kind of like, all right. That's what I was saying yesterday, but okay. So, yeah. It was kind of weird. And then since then, it's just been like, occasionally, I'll be like, what's up? And just kind of died out. Yeah. Which to me, like, adds to my feelings of kind of like unease with the whole thing. Or you're just gonna give up on it, you know what I mean? Like after saying like, you know, we'll still
heavy
be
shit.
Yeah. It's kind of like,
Well, that's where I was going on, kind of fucking abandoned thought. Like if there was a real actual emotion or a real meaning to what she was saying beyond I want this situation to be real. Then it would be like, you know, people fight for things they want. Yeah. Versus just like, yeah, well, all right, fine. Fuck you then.
Yeah, I do gotta say that, man, that must have been a stinker for her, because in many ways, because you get that, no one will, but because the second day was her birthday.
And an awkward day.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I didn't know until she got here. I was like, oh man, I had already said all that shit the first day. So it was already lined up to be awkward. And I didn't have money because, you know, she was basically sprung it on me right last minute. So she paid for the room. I was like, oh man. Yep. So that was the thing that happened. But the moral of the story is I farted on her goddamn leg. And
Classic.
She definitely felt it.
So I guess we both have leg stories.
Oh yeah.
So mine went kind of successfully until it tragically crumbled to bits.
True.
So that sucks. Could have been worse. I mean, you farted on her leg.
That's I could have shat on her leg.
Shat on her leg. That's a thing that happens. I'm sure.
Freaking little mojon comes out.
I mean, I farted during sex many a time, guy.
I mean,
But the thing
'cause you're
is-
like, there's movement, you're fat.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the two things. The only
one
two-
time I was getting a blowy and I
Oh,
was
that-
trying so hard to hold it, dude.
I didn't even feel
And it
like it.
slipped out, boy. And I mean, she got a face full of it, bro. I was like,
I
I'm
didn't
sorry,
do-
'cause
I
I-
didn't do that again. So there might be a sexy rendezvous coming up.
with her?
No.
Oh,
Someone
what's
else. But if it happens, it'll be till August. So there's time to build some kind of
Relationship?
not
or
relationship,
rapport?
just some kind of rapport. It's basically a scoping out mission, like see if it's gonna work out.
I mean, that's how it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's fast and sometimes it's furious. Just like
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel and the ripping of
But,
fucking foreskins.
I guess if I fart on a leg, an update will come. If not, then
No
I will
fart
definitely
legs.
not come.
I haven't farted in a leg in a long time, so there's 0 updates coming. I have like 0 interest in leg farting. I'm like, get me off of this mortal plane. Fart in the ether.
You think Al's ever farted on a leg?
Definitely hasn't farted in a leg, guy.
Yeah, we are using a fart on a leg as code for sex,
For
right?
sex, yeah. 0 legs have been farted on.
Okay. Al would definitely be like a selfish lover.
You think so?
Yes, like you wouldn't. You would just be like,
You think he would? You think he would do like a plank thrust?
he's too fat for that shit.
That's what you say, but that's what I did.
Yeah, but Al's
most.
fat. Al's fatter.
I don't know. Is he?
Yeah, dude.
Well, I was still fat. Well, actually, when I'm talking about my last
The
relationship.
plank.
When it was just a plank was a constant situation. I really don't know where I got the plank move from.
Sounds so uncool.
But in retrospect, poor girl, man.
Yeah,
She was
dude.
under a lot of weight because I was heavier
Yeah.
then, you know. But anyway, so he's not a plank
I don't
lover.
think
He's
a plank lover.
what
I
is
think
he?
he's like
lay
me.
back and just
Yep,
do me
That's
type.
all I did, guy. Was lay back. I think that's him. But he's gotta like lift the stomach.
I mean, all fat men do, gang.
I didn't have to lift.
No,
No. That boy was gravity did all the work.
no. But when you were standing, was there no lift?
Oh yeah, there was the man.
Oh, you were talking specifically about laying down.
There was a situation where I had to lay my stomach on top of someone on the back. Never have I felt fatter, guy.
I mean, sometimes you gotta do.
It
Gang.
was bad.
Anyway, gross stories done. That was the story of you laying pipe. I think I'll title this "GoonTick's Pipe Laying Expedition" or something.
Not recommended.
Not recommended, but whatever. Anyway, there's no much thing about that because we're out.